Hello everyone and welcome to our presentation. Today we are exploring one of the most dramatic turning points in ancient history, the assassination of Julius Caesar. Our goal is to understand why this event happened and what it reveals about the political tension of the late Roman Republic. Our subject is: how did the assassination of Julius Caesar reflect political rivalries, social tensions, and ideological struggles in the late Roman Republic? In this section, we will focus on the political perspective, how changes in power, government weakness, and the elite competition directly contributed to Caesar's murder on the 8th of March 44 BC. Julius Caesar was a Roman general and statesman known for his military victories in Gaul and his rapid rise to political dominance. After a civil war against Pompey, he returned to Rome as the most powerful individual in the state. In 44 BC, he was appointed dictator for life. This title and the power behind it became one of the central reasons why he was murdered. Caesar was murdered because many senators believed he was becoming a king in everything but name. The Roman Republic was built on shared power and deep suspicions of one-man rule. To the conspirators, people like Brutus and Cassius, Caesar's growing authority threatened the Republic's political system, their own power, and the balance that had existed for centuries. In their eyes, killing Caesar was the only way to prevent the end of the Republic. One of the biggest political drivers behind the assassination was Caesar's concentration of power. Plutarch writes that every new honor Caesar accepted, like control over the army, long-term dictatorship, and expanded authority, made the Senate increasingly fearful. He began making decisions without consulting them, and his influence over the election, finances, and governance weakened the Senate's traditional role. Mary Beard explains that the assassination happened during a time when the Republic's institutions has already been weakened for decades. The Senate could no longer check ambitious generals, and the traditional system of shared power was breaking down. Caesar didn't destroy the system alone, he simply showed how fragile it had become. Political rivalries also played a major role. According to Eric Grant, Brutus Cassius and other senators were not purely defending noble republican ideals. They feared losing their own political influence. Caesar's success threatened their careers, their status, and their future within the aristocratic hierarchy. In other words, the assassination was partly an internal power struggle among Rome's elite.
Now, after understanding the political side of Caesar's assassination, we need to look at deeper layer that shaped the final years of Roman Republic. Because the killing of Julius Caesar was never just an attempt to remove a powerful leader, it exposed major social tensions, a divided society, and a clash of ideas that completely changed the direction of Roman history. First of all, Caesar's relationship with the common people played a huge role in this crisis. He wasn't a typical Roman statesman. He supported the poor, reduced the debts, redistributed land, punished corruption in the provinces, and even reformed the calendar. The ordinary Romans, especially soldiers, veterans, and urban workers, Caesar became a symbol of hope. He brought stability and opportunity at a time when the Republic had failed to address basic problems for decades. But this popularity created serious anxiety among the senatorial elite. The more Caesar empowered the people, the more the aristocratic class felt threatened. Roman nobles like Brutus and Cassius believed that the traditional social order was collapsing. For them, Caesar wasn't just gaining influence, he was erasing the old hierarchy that had defined Rome for centuries. This fear turned social tensions into a genuine political panic. Out of this panic emerged an ideological justification for the assassination. Writers like Cicero argued that the conspirators were defending libertas, the idea of Roman freedom. They presented the killing as an act meant to preserve the republic from a single man rule. In their view, violence was acceptable, even necessary, to protect tradition, the Senate, and the aristocratic values. But here's a crucial point. The public didn't buy this argument at all. For ordinary Romans, Caesar was not a tyrant. He was the one leader who actually listened to them. So when the conspirators stabbed the Caesar in the Senate, they expect praise and celebration. But instead, they triggered outrage and chaos. People filled the streets. Soldiers swore loyalty to Caesar's memory, and the conspirators quickly lost control of the situation. This reaction revealed a deep truth. The Republic was already too broken, socially and politically, to be saved by killing one man. The conspirators believed they were restoring the old order, but instead they exposed how disconnected they were from the people. And that gap between elite ideals and public reality pushed Rome into even more instability. What followed was the exact opposite of what the assassins imagined. The vacuum created by Caesar's death opened the door for Mark Antony and, most importantly, Caesar's heir, Octavian. The civil wars that followed finally ended with the rise of Augustus and the birth of the Roman Empire. So the attempt to stop one-man rule directly caused one-man rule to arrive faster. In the end, Caesar's assassination symbolized the collision of three major forces: a collapsing political system, a society divided by elite and common citizens, and a fierce ideological struggle over what freedom really meant. It was a moment where government rivalries, social tensions, and competing ideas all converged, and together they ended the Roman Republic forever.